What's up, everyone? Tiger Stacker here. As many of you already know, there's been a controversy in our stacking community about Type 2 Silver Eagles. Some of you believe that this was a April Fool's Day joke. Some of you don't. And being a scientist, I wanted to look into it further and prove or disprove these theories. As you all know, this is a Type 1 Silver Eagle. And as you look around it, there are no missing reeds. And this is a Type 2 Silver Eagle. Personally, I like the Type 1 reverse design a lot better, but that's not the point of this video. With the Type 2 Silver Eagle, there is always at least one missing reed in different positions based upon what year it is. Our friend from across the pond, 365 Days of Silver, has presented a video which I will show to you.
I'm going to pour myself a nice glass of whiskey. I want to say a massive thank you to Shiny Precious Metals for sending me across this glass. And I've only just recently picked up the whiskey that actually goes with the glass.
Now, I want to point out to you that 365 Days of Silver does enjoy his alcohol, but his favorite, obviously, is whiskey. This will be important for you to remember later on in the video.
Really nice solid cork on this bottle. So we're going to finish off that in today's video.
Notice he's poured himself a glass of whiskey. Also very important for you to keep in mind by the end of this video.
Once again, thank you very much, Shiny Precious Metals, for the glass. I really do appreciate it. It's definitely got some use behind it. Cheers, everyone.
And he enjoys drinking it while doing his video.
Now, as you can see, the second part of this video is going to be showing you how to disable the chips that are embedded in the Type 2 coins themselves. So let's just let this stack out here. Now, this stack is Type 1 American Silver Eagles, because obviously I don't have Type 2 on me. I don't stack Type 2.
So he is simulating using Type 1s to be used in this demonstration instead of using Type 2s. Subsequently, how do you know this is going to work?
Because of this reason. But let's pretend these are Type 2. And again, this is something you need to do before bringing the coins back to your house. All you need to do is get yourself a glass of water, and then you just need to submerge your silver coins in the water. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to damage the tracking devices that's embedded inside them. And you actually need to leave these submerged in water for a minimum 14 days. So 14 days they need to stay submerged in water to make sure that the tracking device is completely damaged before bringing these coins back to your house. Because like I said before, you do not want to be tracked having precious metals in your premises, because when the government decide to do the fiat currency reset and they want to peg it back to a tangible asset, whether it be gold or silver or both, you don't want them knowing that you have precious metals in your possession. So I hope you found this video interesting. And like I said in the last video, do let me know in the comment section if you already knew about.
So now let's go to the subsequent video that was presented by Silverpunk.
To American Silver Eagle and the tracking device that is contained within inside the coin. So, this is how it all begins. I'm going to take you on a little story. I'm pretty sure most of you already know, because if you haven't heard about this, where have you been? 365 done one of the best April Fool's pranks, jokes, whatever you want to call it, ever. He said that there was GPS tracker. So I'm guessing they didn't really like the joke or, the April Fool's prank. An absolute brilliant piece of work. Real good fun. So as I said, today I'm going to try and make a round with a chippy. So let's get over to the boring shed and get straight into it and see what we can do. So as you can see, here we are over in the shed now. And look at this bad boy. He's a 3D print GPS tracker round. As you can see, there's a microchip. And just next to it, there's the actual tracker in this little clear bag. That's the tracker that we're going to encase in the silver. So we are going to get a tracking chip inside it. Encase. Very, very gently insert the tracking chip into the sand. And as I say, then we'll get it encased. So look at this bad boy. Just get him out. Easy does it. There we go. There we go. Holding it by the edges there. Don't want to get no moisture on it. Right. Bang in the centre. There it is. And there you have it. That's the cast with the chip ready. So I think now we'll go over to the furnace and get it bored.
The GPS tracker round, most probably for sale on silverpunk.org, if he gets out in time.
So subsequently, I went ahead and looked into this. Being a scientist, I decided I was going to see how much validity this was to the Type 1s and the Type 2s. I also subsequently went ahead and got not only one, of his GPS tracker rounds, which comes with a poker chip containing a tracker. And to deactivate it, you have to subscribe to 365 Days of Silver. But I also got a second. So before we begin the experiment, let's do some verifications. We have here a pocket pinger. And I've already done it on my app, which verifies it is real. And the Type 2 Silver Eagle which also verifies it is real. The Type 1 Silver Eagle, which measures 1 troy ounce. The Type 2 Silver Eagle, which measures 1 troy ounce. And now we will show that this is real silver according to the Sigma Metalytics. 999 fine silver shows in the yellow as is expected. And the Type 2 is actually a little better in the green. Verify it with the small probe. And now to go along with the GPS tracker round created by Silverpunk, as you have seen. So how do we verify that the claims of trackers in such a small thing as a Silver Eagle coin actually do exist? We've heard of chips being put into the Silver Eagles. I've even heard so much as diamond dust being put into the Silver Eagles. And there is theory that the deleted read is actually the entry point for these tracking devices, but they're small. So how do you create the energy to have a tracking device in such a small piece? Obviously, you've seen how Silverpunk does it by putting a chip right in the middle before the pour. This means that we have to have a new piece of verification equipment. And that verification equipment to prove or disprove this theory and in this experiment is a Geiger counter. Yes, a Geiger counter. How do you think they're supplying the energy to the tracking device? It's either uranium or plutonium. Let's go on with this experiment. That 365 Days of Silver was right that putting the Type 2 American Silver Eagles does decrease the activity in approximately 14 days. But then I started to think, why water? Why did it take 14 days? So I started experimenting with other solvents. A little over 3 hours, wine deactivated the Type 2 American Silver Eagle. In a little less than 3 hours, Japanese sake deactivated the Type 2 Silver Eagle. In approximately 2.5 hours, the Type 2 American Silver Eagle was deactivated by vodka. In almost 2 hours, the American Silver Eagle was deactivated by Japanese whiskey. In approximately 1 3/4 minutes, the Type 2 Silver Eagle was deactivated by moonshine. The American Silver Eagle was deactivated by West Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. But in 30 seconds, the American Type 2 Silver Eagle was deactivated by whiskey produced in the United Kingdom. And this is why I think 365 Days of Silver did not use this solvent, because he loves his whiskey. And subsequently, he did not want to contaminate it with radioactivity. I would love to see what 365 says now that I've discovered this. So let's show you what happens with the Geiger counter. The Type 1 American Silver Eagle. The Type 2. As you can see, there's a different difference in the sound from the Geiger counter. Let's take it further. A tube of Type 1. A tube of Type 2. Type 1. Type 2. So you can clearly see that there is a definite positivity to the Geiger counter readings. Now, 365 days of silver suggestion works much better when you use distilled water or that from a purification such as my Berkey. I'm going to remove the Type 2 Silver Eagles that we've just tested for the next part of the experiment. This is 20 Type 2 American Silver Eagles. 365 days of silver used 17 Type 1s. I've stepped it up. These are truly Type 2s, and 20 of them, not 17. So as you can see, that it verifies what 365 days of silver has said, what the results are, versus the solvent. And rather than completely redo the entire experiment with all the solvents, we'll cut right to the chase. Type 2 American Silver Eagles in both classes. A tube of 20 in each. Jameson, Irish whiskey. Sexton, Irish malt whiskey. The best United Kingdom whiskey I can get my hands on in West Virginia. You have to completely immerse it, as was stated by 365 Days of Silver. From brand new bottles. And as you can see from 30 seconds of total immersion, there is radioactivity. But it comes from the coin or the solvent. The solvents have been removed temporarily for this test. As you can tell, there is no radioactivity for the bottles that they came from. And there is no radioactivity from these coins anymore. But notice what the solvent that was used. How much radioactivity was concentrated from 20 coins in each glass. So I hope you can see that 365 Days of Silver was onto something. Do you think it was a practical joke? Do you think it's real? I mean, what do you think? You know, this is basic. Look. Oh. Crap. Do you believe it was an April Fool's joke? Or not? Personally, I don't care about the uranium or the plutonium or their ability to track me. There's only one thing I really care about. That they can't read my mind.
I hope you have a very nice day.
Now, for those of you who have no sense of humor and cannot take a joke, my Geiger counter has no batteries.
I hope you have a very nice day.
If you like this video, check out these two. I'm sure you'll like them just as much.